my channel. Did you miss me? I hope you did. I did put out a video on Monday though. Please do check it out and share my excitement with me as I unpack my wing. And today we are diving into, wait, before we get any further, my name is Buhle Mayatula if it is your first time tuning in. Okay, so today we're diving into a little heavy one, and I just felt like it was just the perfect time to talk about this because I just came out of one of my episodes, and also because Siadimo recently released a podcast where we kind of touched on this topic while I was still happy. So I'm basically going to kind of touch on my mental health / illness, my mental health journey. I'm not gonna go into depth about everything. I've got me some green tea. It's still very, very hot. Oh, it's perfect. Why am I nervous? It's because I haven't sat down in a long time and spoken like real things. What do we even say here? I've always been kind of calm, very laid back, very, it's in Jesus' hands, I'm not gonna stress about it person. The very few times I'd experienced anxiety and stress were before 2015 were very short. Like it was always the same thing. I knew that it was always test results related, so I just knew like after test I'd be stressed. Did I write the right thing? So I felt like, okay, obviously that's kind of normal because we all stress. Like, did we write the right thing? Did I dream about my exams and stuff. In 2015 though, the anxiety kind of spiked. I just felt like it was because of like the responsibilities that I have. They were new, and also we're growing, and there are new challenges. It's a new year and stuff like that, so I didn't take it very seriously. But I guess I should have towards the end of 2015, when I no longer had the dreams that I had. There were so many interests that I had for my varsity career that I actually like. I think one day we will dive more into certain things that my anxiety has made me avoid, and certain dreams that I've never tried to entertain, certain dreams that I'm currently not trying to entertain because I just don't see how I'll survive it. 2016, around mid 2016, there was this huge wave of sadness. Huge wave of sadness. I didn't understand. Again, it was like, maybe it's just school is really hard. Everyone is feeling like this, so there's nothing special about you. Don't worry, we'll get through this. And that's where we were. That's what happened. But it just wouldn't go away. It stayed for a long time. I can't. You see, now the episodes are shorter, but 2016, yes, like it just felt like an extended period of sadness that I couldn't understand, that no one could understand. Like, and I was very demotivated. I was skipping out on school. I was unable to participate. I was skipping meals. I wasn't grand. So I wasn't coping, and that's what I thought was going on. I was just like, okay, I'm not coping. That's it. And everyone's not coping, so there's nothing really special about my case. I didn't do much in 2016 when I noticed something was off. In 2016, in one of those occasions where my anxiety had manifested itself physically, I did go to the doctor, and I also, like a general practitioner, and I also had mentioned that I'd been feeling very, very down, and I'm worried, is it something that I should look into? And homegirl said I must pray about it, it's probably school. So yeah, again, like I felt so invalidated, and I felt like I was being dramatic, so I definitely didn't do anything about it. After that, I was like, oh, I'm just being dramatic. Y'all, the issue is me, I'm the problem, so everyone's going through this. Again, like, those thoughts are being reinforced. There's no intervention needed further than just me, like, just trying to rise up and pray about it, because we're not praying about it, because that's what I wasn't doing. Like, what else was I doing? But anyway, we're not there. There were thoughts of doing something about it, like going to see someone, but again, because at the time we hadn't really spoken about mental illness and we weren't as aware as we are now, I didn't know where to start. I didn't know who to talk to. What do I say? Do I tell them exactly how I'm feeling? I didn't know if anyone would understand, because everyone I was speaking to didn't understand what I was going through or attributed it to stress. As I mentioned in the podcast, like, after I failed in 2016, my aunt sat me down and she was like, yo, sis. No, she didn't say yo, sis. She basically kind of brought us there. She was like, I think you need to start seeing a therapist. Just like, you need to deal with these things that are bothering you. There are a lot of things that are bothering you, and they're starting to affect you mentally. So I only started my journey, and when I say started my mental health journey, starting to do something about it, like actively actually do something about it, in 2017. And I started therapy, but it wasn't until the end of the year that I actually decided that I need more than just therapy. I need, medicine. We are going to dive deep into just therapy and how that went for me in a different, video. I think for me, the purpose of this video is just to tell you that we're not the same. That depression doesn't look the same in all of us, that anxiety doesn't look the same in all of us, that other mental illnesses that I haven't mentioned don't look the same, and you won't deal with it the same. Like, I used to ask myself why, like, people who are going through what I'm going through could still manage to show up and do their work and really give 110% sometimes, where when I am going through it, I can barely show up. Even now, as a person who's working full-time, it's painful. I cannot tell you how excruciating it is to have to wake up and, like, do things when none of you wants to be there. I wish I had done something about it earlier. I wish, when I noticed that things weren't right, I wasn't feeling like myself, that I had interrogated it more, that I had known that I could just go to a doctor and just tell them exactly what I'm feeling and they'd get it. I don't think I knew that if I went to someone, they'd just get it and they'd be like, you know what, yes, we can help you. I can't give you the formula, and that's probably why I've been so fearful in talking about mental illnesses and mental health, because I personally haven't figured it out, and it's been years. But I do want to tell you that someone gets you. There's someone out there who gets exactly what you're talking about. The feelings of not knowing, the feelings of numbness, just whatever you're feeling that you cannot express to anyone else, or that you feel like no one understands, there's someone who can help you with that. And it's not going to be the same. Even if people can relate to what you're going through, they don't know how it really is for you. Mental illnesses don't look the same. Even if we're diagnosed with the same thing, we can be affected very differently by it, sharing some similarities, relating on some levels, but don't wait for someone to notice. Don't wait for something big to happen to get the help that you need. Am I making sense? If you have any questions or any comments, please do share them. Thank you so much for tuning in once again. Goodbye.